Lester, the fall season is upon us, and shorts you mustn't wear any longer. Put on your long dungarees, perhaps get the toque out, the gloves, and the winter coat, because fall is upon us. What's that? Yes, that's right, Lester. What else is upon us? Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk, episode 36.
What the hell is this?
I speak jive.
Will you stop?
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
They think they got the answers. I change the questions.
You don't like it? We don't care.
What a dumb thing to do. I bet you wouldn't have done anything like this if Mom and Dad were here.
The recognized symbol of excellence in
dramatic comedy. Welcome, one and all. Enter the world that I inhabit and control. Pull the strings. Pull the strings. Yeah.
Pull the string. Pull the string.
That's from Ed Wood. But I think I've done that joke already, perhaps in one of the previous 36 episodes. What? No? What am I saying? Hold on. Guys, you know who it is. It's Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
It's Colin from Canada's Good Junk. It's episode 36. Lester is over there. All the things are ready. Good coffee is always free. Flip it down, flip it back, and flip it down. John Riddell, living legend. Kurt Cobain, come back! Come back! Amcan Connection, single greatest tag team walking the earth today. Above it is the crown. I am the king. The pen must always be taped, so I do not play with it. Honorary Academy Award for all-around greatness from the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences. Good day to you, friends. Where shall we start? This, as you can see, has no poof, but we're gonna wear it for the whole episode because it looks absolutely ridiculous. Guys, it's town towing, and perhaps we might rock it. This is gonna bug me the whole episode because look how ridiculous that looks, and you can't even do that. Like that? We're gonna do it like that. Okay. Town towing, guys. We're gonna go here. It's the new edition, but not so new anymore. The past quote from yours truly. Who's yours truly? You guys know. Do I have to say it? Third person? Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
This is taken from Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk, episode 23, and it reads as follows. Simply put, the camera is directed at this enormous pale cranium and the man that cannot grow a beard. That fell off my shoulder. We're gonna throw it up there. You know what time it is. Guys, we're back to the Spants. Although it is the fall season and it's getting a little nipply out. That's from Christmas Vacation. We're wearing the Spants, and if you didn't know, it's knee-high socks, guys. Look how big these knee-highs are. I have to fold them down. Am I showing too much leg? I don't know. Lester? He's okay with it. We won't question that any longer. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's the way. I like it. I had to do some work here at the store. It's Thursday. I was here at 10:30 in the morning. That never happens. It is now 12:21 in the PM. I have an oil change at 2, but until then, I will be with you, delivering the goods and pouring the rest of this Diet Coke, which is very foamy, if you can see that, much like an ale of some sort. Not a big fan of beer. It's one of those things where, you know, Dad tells you, when you're older, you'll like the taste of it. Well, I'm 46. That's a lot older than 10 years old, and I'm still waiting to enjoy the taste. However, hello, what do I enjoy the taste of? Diet Coke. preferably Coke Zero Cherry. We've already covered it, but the vending machine at the studio is only carrying Diet Coke. Okay, that is all in there. We're gonna secure this, make sure our access points are open. And I know you know, but I have to show you that that is there as well. Point being, what I was saying earlier, I've already had some of the coffee. So, the gears are already moving in the you-know-what. The Colin from Canada caffeine-initiated moment of the show. It's fast approaching. Guys, pushing forward. Great show this week. Let's do a little bit of an update. The gentleman with the Mercedes has been parking phenomenally well. It's honestly, it's as if he heard me mentioning how horrifically he parks. And now he's parking in the lines, so. Also, I thought he drove a Mercedes, but lately it's been a black Lexus. Is he on vacation, or does he have two vehicles? Did he learn how to park in the Lexus, but loses that ability in the Mercedes? Guys, could this show be any more gripping? No one's doing this. No one on the YouTubes is doing what Colin from Canada is doing.
Real bad man.
Okay, so we got no photos of that yet, but he's gonna drop the ball, and I'm gonna be ready with the worst camera on an iPhone 8. Also, it's Thursday. I've been noticing when I'm dropping the show on a Sunday, not a lot of views. Again, I don't care about that, but is it better to drop it earlier? I've consulted the tag team partner already, and he's sort of given me some idea of what to do. So I'm all over the place here, a little belch there. The dash cam has to be installed, and we got to get some footage. It's Thursday, and I got to get some footage. Lester, it's brewing, but I don't think yet. But you are I know. Should we start now?
Bad News takes advantage of the situation.
Friends, it's supposed to be a lowered tone at this portion of the segment because apologies are in order. But I have pressed record and I have pressed stop several times to the point, if it hasn't gone up already. Let me tell you something, Lester. I don't want to drop any hints, but if you're in the production booth and you can hear this, you need to throw it up now.
I can feel it. I can feel the power. Yes. Yeah.
Friends, I'm not going to use the word somber. A muted tone has taken over the show early. On the introduction to the first segment, Lester, public apology time to all the friends, but one in particular. His name is Pig Boss. And during the VHS 5 from the whatever the hell I call it, last week, I incorrectly called this man Joe Spinell. Guys, you remember Rapid Fire. And if you consider yourself a fan of the Rocky franchise, which I do, to the point where when I was in high school, all we had was up to Rocky 5, and I said to my friend Enzo, I would come to school naked if Sylvester Stallone made another Rocky film. Fast forward several years later, I am graduated from high school and Rocky Balboa came out. I'm a fan. And if I didn't realize, where was my head at? Where's your head at? Where's your head at? That's a song for, anyways. Joe Spinell is Gazzo. Guys, you know the Rocky franchise. He's the mob guy that Rocky collected for, and he had a driver. You know the driver. Take her to the zoo.
Take it to the zoo.
You guys know, and I know. What was I thinking? For the record, moving forward, pushing forward, what Pig Boss might not realize is perhaps he owes me. Who's me? Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
An apology. Because in his rightly so correction to me about Joe Spinell, he implied that this was Tim Abel, or Abel, however you pronounce it. I've never heard it vocalized on the cover of this. But little does he know that the man with no lips, a la Dave Thomas and that malady, we've already covered it, we're not going to throw up the photo. Okay, maybe we will. It's Michael Wayne, folks. Okay? I have verified on the Google image search. This is Michael Wayne. Okay? So apologies back and forth are needed, but mostly for me, because we cannot insult Gazzo like that. Gazzo has lips. This man doesn't. Guys, it's time for 5 VHS and 5 DVD from the collection. Power Karate. Hunks with hats. Tai Chi for arthritis. Stretching to the classics. Friends, you know how we do it. I just want to say right now, we've only filmed a little bit, but I am very pleased with what I've created already. And this is sure to be a dynamite episode. Guys, are you with me? Backfield in motion. Roseanne and Tom Arnold on the same screen at once, and it's not an episode of Roseanne? You need to sit back for this one. Perhaps lean forward. Yeah. I have others I'm going to read. I don't think this really needs to be read. Andrew Stevens in The Terror Within 2. In the days following global nuclear disarmament, an even more horrifying weapon has unleashed upon the land. Covert biological warfare waged by the superpowers created an accidental event. A devastating virus that has brought man to the edge of extinction. Those few humans who have survived now hide in underground shelters from the grotesque genetic mutations who rule the surface. Scientist David Pennington carries desperately needed medicines to an underground lab where a plague vaccine can be made. With death and destruction all around, he discovers the real terror comes within. Knights, okay? Chris Christopherson, Lance Henriksen, and Kathy Long. Surprisingly, from Paramount. I thought this was going to be a Vestron video or something like that. In the ravaged wasteland of the future, mankind is terrorized by cyborgs, robots with human features that have discovered a new source of fuel, human blood. Commanded by their vice's leader, Job. It's got a J-O-B, but it's got one of those German accent aigu, whatever the hell you umlaut fingers right there. The cyborgs prepare to overtake Taos, a densely populated human outpost. Only one force can stop Job's death march. The cyborg Gabriel, there's a real name, who is programmed to destroy Job and his army. In the ruins of a ransacked village, Gabriel finds Nia, a beautiful young woman whose parents were killed by cyborgs 10 years earlier. Now she wants revenge. They strike a pact. Gabriel will train Nia how to fight the cyborgs, and Nia will lead Gabriel to Taos. Five-time there it is, I was waiting for something like this. Five-time kickboxing champion Kathy Long has all the right moves in this high-speed adventure that delivers plenty of action. Lester, I'm gonna need to take a moment. And we're back. Gary Daniels, the ultimate fighting machine. When the Hawk strikes, he's lethal. Hawk's revenge. British Royal Marine Eric Hawk Kelly arrives in New York to track down the killers of his stepbrother Soldier. Together with Detective Lizzie Hampton, they're caught in the middle of a vicious gang war and black market plot to steal and sell human organs. The trail leads Hawk to crime boss Elias Garr and a savage showdown in the confrontation only one will survive. Guys, let's finish off the VHS with a trifecta of fine actors. It's Keaton's Cop And let's look together. Abe Vigoda, you know him, you love him, you thought he died. Eventually he did, but he lived a long one, jogged in Central Park every day. Donnie Rickles, the king of insults. And we had his son on a few episodes ago. It's Lee Majors 1, aka Lee Majors Part 1. Okay? This is Keaton's Cop from your favorite movie production firm, Canon Video. Okay? Guys, that's 5 VHS, and you know what that leads to? That leads to 5 DVDs. National Lampoon's Last Resort, starring, dare I say, the Coreys. I can't bring them to one group. I must say their names. Corey Feldman and Corey Haim. Now I can say it, otherwise known as the Coreys. This is 1994, and it's rated PG-13. Guess how much I paid for this one? I'll give you a hint, it's $2. Snakehead Terror. Dare I say it, still sealed. Okay? Snakehead Terror, that's another Canadian production. This one is not sealed, although I have not watched it yet. Bikini Chain Gang. Hard Love, Hard Time. A lot of stuff to read, so I won't read it. But also, as a bonus second feature, I didn't realize it, Bikini Airways. Okay? 2 movies in one, you can't go wrong with that. Gangs of the Dead, sealed. Thank you very much. I'll read this one. All hell breaks loose when a ravenous mob of bloodthirsty zombies traps 2 of LA's toughest gangs in an abandoned warehouse. They will have to do whatever it takes to avoid being torn limb from limb and eaten alive in this non-stop, action-packed gore fest. Finally, we are going to end the 5 and 5 as I hit the camera. Pardon me. My professionalism lives and breathes here, and we don't judge it at all, Lester. Flesh Feast. This is an oldie but a goodie. I don't have a year on this, but it's old. It's a black and white job, and it stars nobody. There's not, no. It just has the DVD design company who did the cover. But this is definitely an old one. Okay. Guys, that was delicious.
Chant going out from this tremendous crowd for the Hulkster.
Friends, it is with a smiling face that both Lester and myself would like to announce that we have unearthed, we have discovered, we have found more footage of you-know-who. Lester's lovely wife, Cheryl. We found more, folks. She will continue to appear weekly on the program. Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk. Longer than we had anticipated, because we believe there is only so much footage before we run out. But Lester and I have ideas for when that time comes. I don't want to talk about it. I could get emotional. I will get emotional. Let's just cherish what we have right now and see it continue for episodes pushing forward. If you don't know what that means, it's time for Cheryl, Lester's wife.
You have no idea who knows me. I'm not the rancher. I got marbles here. I have 2 boobs, not 6. Do you know you have scratchy toilet paper? I'm not throwing any names, and you guys got them. Do you know what this is? This here is a union iron worker. And guess what? You don't work without us. Now, we don't have to have you, but you have to have us. Because you don't fly any iron without us in that cranes. And you can't put anybody up there. So if you can't come on my job and pass a piss test, you best get off my job.
Friends, the time is upon us for a royal introduction to the one, the only, I hate the collar, I need it tight. How do you make it tighter? Safety pin? Disguise a safety pin underneath the collar? Lester, what do you think? Lester, you don't know anything about alterations to garments? This is a wacky way of introducing this week's thrift store pickups. John Dote Hit. Dote Hit? John Dote Hit. John Doe Hit. Dote Hit. John DeHer Hit. Friends, I would definitely classify it as poultry. Below medium, small poultry. It's definitely one share. Let's get right to it. For those of you who don't know, and if you don't know, you're about to know, I, as a youth and as a non-youth, would do the sports cards. Okay? We have obtained several chunks of football cards. These were $7 each, so $21 worth of football cards. There's gotta be, you just need to really hit one. I would have to go through these. There's some rookies here. That's what you want to see. Sports cards have gone through the roof and very much, what am I trying to say? The really special ones are the only ones that are worth something. Back in my day, if you had a rookie card of someone, that was good enough. But now you need the rookie, parallel, autograph, dual patch, shimmer, sparkling, whatever. So, again, it's a gamble. It's just like buying a pack of cards. $21 for all those cards. You really just need a couple to, you know what I'm saying? CDs, the Jimmy Buffett collection continues, as I don't believe this was mentioned. Changes in latitudes, changes in latitudes, changes in attitudes. I don't think that was part of the earlier Jimmy Buffett purchases. The Crystal Method Community Service. Upon looking at the tracks, I believe this is other people's songs that the Crystal Method have remixed or something of that sort. You guys remember Crystal Method? They sang Busy Child. I'll put a little blurb, real quick blurb. Okay? Now, we covered this gentleman a few episodes ago, a lot of episodes ago. Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. This is one of his records. Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan and Michael Brook, Night Song. Hopefully my pronunciation is correct. I believe I am correct. CDs are done. Actually more DVDs, but this is the one from the thrift store. It's Bolo Young in Blood Fight. This is released on the Front Row Entertainment label, so you know it's literally like you're watching a VHS. For those in the know who really dive deep. Speaking of VHS, Cat TV, okay? The video program for your feline to watch. 2 paws up. Kathy Lee, Feel Fit and Fabulous workout. Okay? Young people ask, how can I make real friends? I'm all about making real friends. I'd love to have all the friends I can have. I love that. So, how long does this bad boy go for? 65 minutes. I like it when it goes over an hour. These are going to be chock filled with just beautiful clips. And if you could imagine Colin from Canada,
Real bad man,
putting together all these ridiculous VHSs into one special program, wouldn't that be great? Okay, still on the thrift store tip, look out, bloopers in the presentation. We're going to keep it in. We're not going to press pause. I was going to the library because the library, as you noticed a few episodes ago, had some video games. So if one library has video games, I think that all of them do. So I keep a close watch, and let's get to it. Xbox One games. WWE 2K18, Realms of Arcania, Blade of Destiny. I may have purchased that in the big load that we did a few weeks ago. PS3 games, okay? Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, Puss in Boots, MotorStorm Pacific Rift, Final Fantasy XX2, Men in Black Alien Crisis, Assassin's Creed the Original, Battlefield Hardline, Lego Lord of the Rings, Madagascar 2 Escape to Africa, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Remix, South Park, The Stick of Truth. And then they had some DVDs. Again, all these were $1 each at the library. NCIS Los Angeles, season 13. Don't usually get TV shows from the library because you got all the stickers all over it, but I have Goo Gone. I don't know if that's available south of the border, but it's a take the stickers off thing removal liquid. It's probably in the States. NCIS season 10. Mr. D season 1. That's Jerry D, one of Canada's comedians. He's a funny guy. He hosts Family Feud Canada here in Canada. Some documentaries, Obit, Life on Deadline. These are about the obituary writers for the New York Times. Okay? Man in a Red Bandana. This is the story of, let me get his name correctly, Wells Remy Crowther. He was a amazing guy that helped save numerous people during the September 11th attacks of the World Trade Center. More for my girlfriend and my mother. Betty White, Champion for Animals. This is an hour-and-a-half documentary about Betty White's love of animals. And that's thrift store pickups. I hope you enjoyed, as well as library pickups.
A Big John stud right now with the upper hand.
Friends, it's time for a serious tone. A dead serious tone. I've mentioned it before and I will mention it again. There are certain news stories that certain news networks choose to shun. Not here. No. Not here, brothers and sisters, friends, lovers, fighters, legends. Hero. Who's the hero? Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
I bring you these stories. Not just American. Not just British. Not just Canadian. But from all over. Worldwide. Friends, we're heading once again down under. And I won't do the list of things. Maybe a dingo ate your baby. Pushing forward. For those of you who enjoy the show Cops as much as I do, I've stated publicly that I could watch it till my eyes bleed. The aspect of that show that made it so unique, so edge of your seat, so suspenseful entertainment was the fact that anything could happen. And you were riding along with them. And what happens when cops get to the criminal? It's a cop takedown. We love a good cop takedown. And what better time, what better moment than while a man is enjoying a meal inside a restaurant. We don't have footage inside the restaurant, only outside, where the takedown continues. And we listen to quite possibly the single greatest diatribe ever produced from a criminal being apprehended outside a restaurant.
Done something that is very good.
He was murdered.
But now he's dead.
Reach out to the man who died.
Do the math.
Your mama, she's for free and everybody knows it.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
American Express investigator followed a man he thought was one of Queensland's most wanted to a Valley restaurant. Minutes later, police had the business surrounded, then sent in a delegation.
We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Democracy Manifest.
And he didn't appreciate the way he was handled.
See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis!
It took 6 officers to restrain him, whose major concern was the meal he'd left behind.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Eventually, they had him in custody.
I believe that it's all to do with stolen credit cards.
I understand that he has played small parts in numerous amateur theatre groups. He seems to be just a prolific false pretender.
But only hours after his arrest, the Watch House granted him bail, leaving the police red-faced and empty-handed.
We are sincerely sorry that he obtained bail, but under this situation he was allowed to have bail.
Edwards is also wanted for questioning in New South Wales over several forgery matters.
Friends, As you very well know, don't play with this. Get it away. But bring this closer. I promised myself the hat would be a different way each segment because it's so ridiculous. Guys, as you very well know, John Riddell celebrated a birthday some days ago, perhaps a month ago, September 10th. And he received a 100 as well as, in addition to, a $50 gift card for Canadian Tire. Canadian Tire is Home Depot without the lumber and a little bit of Walmart. Okay? That best describes it for the friends down under. Not down under. Down south of the border who don't have Canadian Tire. We were shopping, and those gift cards were burning a hole in Johnny's wallet. He needs to spend it. He needs to do his shopping spree with not only me, but Pixie the dog. And what's that? You want to see video footage of me and my father walking around Canadian Tire in short spurts where we bought 3 items? I deliver. Lester, please and thank you.
How much is in butter? How much is in butter? How much is in butter?
Friends, Colin from Canada here. John and I are in the Canadian Tire because it was Johnny's birthday several weeks ago, as you guys know, and he was gifted a $100 and $50 gift card. It is burning a hole in this man's pocket. He is determined to find something to buy, and so far, let's show the viewers what we found. Some duct tape. And there's Pixie. Friends, we've added something else to the cart. You're gonna love this. Furnace air filters. Friends, we've added another item to the cart. 4 tent pegs. Johnny likes these tent pegs. We have a lot of tent pegs, but not those tent pegs. So we're adding to the Hulkamania. We're adding to the tent pegs, right, John?
Yes.
Friends, I am getting good. I'm learning. I'm remembering without anybody reminding me. You know what I'm talking about. Do I have to say any more words? I do. It's time for Let's Go Through My Camera Roll. Dry cleaning movies, mushrooms on toast. Just a couple of horses' asses. Electric pressure cooker, urinating. Passion fruit chest cake, Charles Barkley. Friends, let's get it started. Photo number 1. As you know, I have a favorite McDonald's up the road from the studio. And this is a lovely couple that I see weekly who come to McDonald's for a coffee. And it's a husband and wife duo, and they are seniors, so there's a soft spot in my heart for them. And the husband brings his own mug. I believe the wife does as well. And they bring little sandwich bags filled with cookies. And they sit and have a coffee. And I think it's the best. Nothing funny, nothing silly about this, just awesome. Photo number 2. As you are aware, there is a Chinese food restaurant in the front of my building. And I'd just like you to take a look because in case you want to come and enjoy some fine Chinese food, you need to know when they're open. Okay, guys? If you're looking to come between Monday and Thursday, we're opening at 3:30 p.m. and we're closing at 1:29 in the morning. However, if you're looking to come Friday to Sunday, they're open a little later. They're opening at 3:30 p.m. and they're closing at 1:30 a.m. That extra minute to get in the last minute hustle and bustle of the late night eaters during Friday, Saturday, and Sunday rush. I thank you. Photo number 3, we're just taking a moment to appreciate all the wonders and amazement of bacon. And look how delicious that looks in the oven there. I know I could go for a piece right now. Again, the city of Mississauga baffles me. The mystery of the advertisements being blacked out or grayed out on the traffic poles are still a bit of a mystery. We know that Mississauga does the gray paint, but did they do the previous black paint as well? I don't know yet. Another mystery, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We have yet another mystery to solve. Let's do it. Photo number 4. We have bike lanes on the sides of major streets in Mississauga. And much like the walk, don't walk for the pedestrians, we have the go, don't go for the cyclists. On the sides of the road, we have a this way, that way, one lane on each side, and we have a set of 2 lights that say go or don't go. But here's the problem. You would think if one lane is that way and one lane is this way, when this one was coming and that one wasn't going, it would be green and red, and then green and red. I have never in my life seen green and red. It's always go, 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 or stop, stop, stop. You understand what I'm saying? If you get it. I'm gonna have to talk to the head of something or other here in the great city of Mississauga about what's the deal. If it's only a solid color, why do we have 2 lights? Because if it's only a solid color, you just need 1 light. You don't need, okay? You guys know what I'm saying. You wanna help me out? Write to the city of Mississauga, email them on the interwebs and let them know what's the deal. Guys, we're gonna finish strong with photo number 5. Arundel Park is one of the parks that John Riddell and I take the dog. And there are hot dog vendors there. Not only do they sell hot dogs, but they also sell sausages. How do you like your Italian sausage? Or perhaps your Polish sausage. I myself just like mustard. But perhaps you like sauerkraut, or relish, or ketchup, or mustard, or the works. How do you like your sausage? Guys, you know what this has been. 5 from the camera roll. Nope. Let's go through my camera roll.
Big double axe handle to the back of the neck.
Yep. It's getting serious. Over at the city council meetings for my man Ray, Lester's brother-in-law. He's not taking things lightly, okay? He is a man of passion. And he is teaching, much like I do. Much like, God, I gotta, we're not stopping. I got a bit of a tickle in my throat, pushing forward. He teaches like I do, like Lester does, like Lynn Riddell does, like John Riddell does, like all of this does. This week, Ray is teaching the council members about the Constitution. And they better listen.
Raymond Lyman, ridiculous. You calling me a liar? Well, I ain't gonna think about suing the city. Raymond Lyman, ridiculous. You calling me a liar? Well, I ain't gonna think about suing the city. That's your,
It's not in the Constitution.
No,
right?
in the Constitution you could speak as long as you want. And this rules of council does not exist. I could speak as long as I want.
Raymond.
The Constitution outrights any law in the land.
Friends, after a 1-week brief hiatus, it's back. Get the sunscreen, get the towels, get the beach balls, get the sun umbrella. Most importantly, actually optional, get your swimming trunks because we're about to take a deep dive into this deep cut. Right now. I got something in my... Lester didn't know what clips to take from the deep cut deep dive, so instead Colin from Canada is singing over this bumper. I assure you, this is real. Friends, I'd like to take you back to the year 2003 for a Comedy Central TV movie, as I get my notes correct here. It is simply titled Windy City Heat. This is deep, okay? This particular TV movie is brought to you by Jimmy Kimmel, as well as, in addition to, Bobcat Goldthwait. I can never say his name correctly, so we're just going to call him Bobcat, okay? It revolves around a legend named Perry Caravello. Perry Caravello is your typical, I have one dream, and it's to make it in Hollywood. You know those type of people. Be it stand-up comedy or auditions for major films, this man wants to be famous in Hollywood. Now, he has two friends named Don Barris and Tony Barbieri. Jimmy Kimmel is also friends with Tony Barbieri and Don Barris. This is an elaborate prank on Perry Caravello, wherein he is told that he has been cast in a major motion picture entitled Windy City Heat, where he will be the star. And it's a kind of a candid camera. He doesn't know he's being filmed while he's filming Windy City Heat, and all the hilarity that ensues. Now, there have been mentions that he was in on it, that he knew it was a prank, that he knew the movie wasn't true, wasn't real, I should say, but several others, including Jimmy Kimmel himself, has sworn that Perry Caravello had no idea that they were pranking him. So, behind the scenes making of a fake movie starring Perry Caravello and his two goofball buddies. And I believe he didn't know what was going on. And that's what makes it so goddamn funny. This is a cult hit like no other. This is a real deep cut. If you don't, I've said it, I know I say it all the time, but if you don't know, you should. And if you do know, you know what I'm talking about. It's Windy City Heat. And guess what? It's available on YouTube. Link in the description. One-liners aplenty. Let's just put it this way. You know things aren't going to go smoothly with the filming of Windy City Heat. Because if they did, this wouldn't be funny. So at every turn and every scene and every step of the way, something is going wrong. Most of the time, it has to do with his two friends just hanging on and being around the filming, and he just wants to be the film about him and forget these two. But it's amazing. It's amazing, guys. I've watched it several times, and I just happened to run into it at a used DVD store. And I just thought, oh, this is genius. Yeah, they know what they're doing here. So it's Windy City Heat. It's on YouTube. It's amazing. And it's this week's Deep Cut Deep Dive, guys. I hope you take the time to take a gander and enjoy. It is hilarious.
Bad news, never at a loss for words.
Friends, continuing with the hilarity, this is the introduction to the clip of the week. Now, I will be honest with you, as I always am, heartfelt honesty. Lester, I wouldn't have it any other way. I literally have no clue what this is.
When things aren't going my way, I'm thinking pasta.
2,500.
Here's the VHS collection.
Your Construction Safety Association.
Name an invention that has replaced stairs.
The wheel.
Friends, as we learned last week, the NFL Survivor pool that I was a part of with the team Gorilla Monsoon's Pants was eliminated 2 weeks ago when the San Francisco 49ers could not handle the Jacksonville Jaguars at home in San Fran. So, no selection last week, no selection moving forward. Really have nothing to say here, so let's go with this. When you're merging on the highway, the lane to merge does not mean go to the end of the lane and then try to curtail your way in. It doesn't work that way. You have that you gotta do it earlier, okay? And let's remind ourselves one more thing along with that. the lane you are merging into. It is not their job to let you in. They have to continue their speed, and you have to merge with them. Guys, it's time for Gorilla Monsoon's Quote of the Week.
Did you see that?
Couldn't see it from our vantage point.
Will you stop? All kinds of pandemonium broken loose here.
Glad I retired.
And the Warrior can't believe it.
Friends, I am proud of you. Who am I? Colin from Canada. The voting is over here, as you know. We're going to get to that in a moment. How many votes? 14. Grab the nose some more, Colin. I'm not stopping. Who's the winner? We need to stay tuned as a community to find out who is victorious this week in the Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk Show and Tell weekly poll. Guys, it's time for Show and Tell. Delta Force Pizza. Delta Force Pizza. Friends, you'll notice an addition to the desk here with me. Who's me? Let's go for it. Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
This is to help with the show and tell item this week, or as we say in the game, the Challenger. This is a dusty milk crate filled with pirated Indian movies from the Indian grocery food store that used to be here. Why didn't we get rid of them? I have no clue. As I look at the totality of the voting, we have a winner. And still, champion Rowdy Roddy Piper and Mr. T, 57% to the Pride Championship rings poultry, 43%. I will admit two things to you. I am impressed with the voting, 14 votes, and I am impressed that it was this close. As I wrote in the post, do I just declare a winner now? Foolish Colin, okay? T and Piper are victorious. This is the stand for the item that I am about to bring up right now. And for a brief moment in time, I collected this line of toys, and it may creep into the show and tell portion of the program, hot and heavy, okay? If you are a fan of these group of people, you will enjoy the show and tell. I've been avoiding them as of now, as of yet. I haven't done them yet, but we're bringing them into the fold. I'm just gonna bring it up and you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. Guys, let's get it, let's move the, wow, I didn't plan ahead here. Okay, hey. Guys, it's the Muppet Lab with beaker and gorilla detector. It is mint in the box. This guy's about to interrupt my filming. I think he's going in the wrong way. Oh no. No, I am a huge fan of the Muppets, still am to this day, and when they came out with a line of figures, it was hard not to pounce on them like a fresh pot of Kraft dinner with bacon bits and cut up hot dogs. Hot dogs boiled, not microwaved. I was all over the Muppet Show figures, and I have a pretty big collection. I have most of them, actually. So we could find possible Muppet Show characters in figure form doing battles in the Colin from Canada show and tell. I don't know if I want to go that route just yet, but we're starting off with a play set. Mint in the box, never opened it. Beaker, he is your challenger this week. It's Rowdy Roddy Piper and Mr. T in a handicap match against one Beaker. Is the glare, okay, there you go, that's a bit better, okay. You guys want to see the back? I should really show you the back of this thing. That's pretty neato. Lets you know what's in there, okay. And the stats on Beaker, of course, right there. All right, let's turn that around. Again, I didn't plan this. I thought, let's raise it up.
You raise me up.
And let's make sure that the guys, the gals, the friends see the item, because most of the time it starts like this and then ends up like that. You know what I'm saying? This is the challenger. I've spoken enough about it. Vote now. Can we get more than 14 votes this week, guys? It's a dream in my mind, in my heart. Make it come true, and a smile will become upon my face. I know that's not the right word. Guys, vote now.
And Hulk in trouble right from the get-go.
Friends, I can't tell you how many we have, much like last week. Although I did turn last week's blooper reel into a pretty good one. This week, I'm apprehensive about how many I actually do have, but we'll see what happens, because as of right now, I don't know how many Lester is going to mold together into a, you know what I'm saying. While I have you here, folks, I was grocery shopping with the girlfriend yesterday, and we got to the frozen pizza section. And I began to think to myself, when have I ever had a frozen pizza that was actually delicious? And I pose that question to you, the viewers, the friends, the legends, because I'm the hero. Who am I? Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
Have you guys ever had a good frozen pizza? And is there a food, and this is what it really got me thinking, is there a food that you always try and go back to and hope it's good? For instance, the frozen pizza. Well, it was crap last time, but maybe it'll be good this time. And you try a different one, or you stick with the same one that was crap, thinking, well, maybe it'll be better this time. Maybe, you know what I'm saying. Is there a food for you guys that you do that with? Perhaps hot dog. I don't know. It could be anything. But for me, it's frozen pizza. Is it the box with the pizza that looks delicious, and then you get home and it's, what the hell is this? Is it the love of pizza that pushes us forward, dreaming that the frozen pizza will be like it is on the box? And you go to the well one too many times. Gorilla Monsoon, thank you very much. What say you guys? What's the food that you always give another chance to? That's what we're saying here. You give it another try, hoping, praying, wishing, fingers crossed. Will it be delicious? Will it look like the picture on the product? What's yours, guys? It's time for the bloopers. What am I doing? Gotta stop saying, What can I tell you? Try again, son. What am I, deep in thought up in here? That's here nor there. You are actually laughing. Friends, let's get stickety started. Takes us early. Nope. Friends, the story, I have my certain, you know. He's saying busy child. Get busy child. We're just taking the whole thing off, and this is just great video. I used to think that I've said it once and I've said it. Nope. It's time to get serious. Dead serious. We went through 5 V8, whatever the hell I'm calling this thing. Pile from the collection from the pile. You grab them and you need, woo. I'm loving it. Thrust upon me by myself. All that is explained here was done by myself. I've done it to myself, folks, is what I'm trying to say. You will know that whatever. I'm a clapping seal.
Real bad man.
Ultimate Warriors on fire.
It's been discussed. I've brought it to the forefront. You've had audio evidence of it. You've had audio evidence of it brought forth to you last week in the John Riddell segment. Lynn Riddell from the Cheap Seats admonishing John Riddell.
Real bad man.
over honing in on her segment, okay? John Riddell, I know you're not listening, but please believe there's only one person that can do this segment, and her name is Lynn Riddell, aka Queen Mother of Canada. And this is Conversational Scottish.
You're like a cool peeking o'er a dyke. You're like a cool peeking o'er a dyke.
Friends, our mother's womb, a warm blanket, the fetal position in bed, laying full out on a sofa and or couch. What do these things all have in common? I forgot to add the last one. Colin's sponsorship. Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk sponsorship via the PSAs. What do all those things have in common? They keep us safe. Need I say more? I will. There are few things that leave me speechless, that leave me wordless. I believe we've already tried that joke, but we're going back to the well again and again. Gorilla, I thank you. Wordless. To describe the feeling inside my body at this very moment, on the precipice of unleashing another public service announcement to you, the friends, to you, the legends, because I'm the hero. And who am I? Oh yeah, we're milking this one. Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
Words sometimes just, they don't appear to describe the feeling in my heart. To know you're learning, and at the same time, remaining safe. I will admit I love it, as does Lester. So let's go to that right now. Safe.
You ever had Indian food?
Will you please stop?
Catch it.
The Empire of Taste. Will you please stop?
Catch it.
คุณยายคะ เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้อุ่มจะไปโรงเรียนแล้วอะค่ะ งั้นเดี๋ยวอุ่มไปซื้อสมุดกันนะคะ แล้วเดี๋ยวจะตามไปค่ะ
ข้ามถนนระวังรถนะลูก
มีน้ำใจให้คนเดินเท้าบ้างเถอะครับ
Friends, I am pleased with myself. I am pleased with Lester, as I have filmed an entire episode in one afternoon, which is how I like to do it. And I have, okay? I have to film myself throwing to Driving with Colin in case I actually have footage of Driving with Colin. So let's go to that footage if it's there now. And we're back. Did we see any Driving with Colin? I don't know. Hi there. Goodbye. A persistent tickle in my throat the entire episode. Hold on. That might do it. And I'd just like to say thank you. I mean, the goodbyes are a bit repetitive. We tackle things coming, things we missed, and our opinion of what I have filmed today, as well as the goodbye itself and the thank yous. We're at the thank yous right now, in case you didn't realize it. You are watching me do this. So you've gone the distance, as they say in the game, and I thank you. Even if you've watched a little bit and you aren't seeing this thank you, you aren't hearing this thank you, I'm projecting it out there with my utmost authority as a legend, not a legend, because you're the legend. I'm the hero. Get it right, Colin. Colin, are you talking in third person to yourself? But who's yourself? It's Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
And we're gonna milk that joke one more time. Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
We've done a great job today, Lester. They're pleased. I know they are. I can see them smiling. I can see them laughing. I can see them enjoying a brilliant guffaw as I wind down. I don't know what this is. This is me just making a circle in the air. As I wind down the episode and bring it to a halt. Not much more to say. I do have little tidbits here that I like to get to. I think I've got to all of them. Okay? Hope you enjoyed, my friends. We're creeping towards Halloween. We are creeping towards the 40th. You guys know what that means. Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk 40th Anniversary Extravaganza Spectacular. That will be in a few weeks. Also, I'll say it now, this will bring the goodbyes to a good end, as I believe I've just been rambling and really milking that real bad man joke, but we're pushing forward. Jason, you know who I'm talking about, one half of the AmCan over at the... Jason Knupp and I will be at Frightmare in the Falls, and let me get the date correct as I wait for my computer to bring up the calendar. Saturday, October 25th in the Niagara Falls region. That's a Breakfast Club joke. The movie, not the podcast radio show. Put some respect on my name. I'm talking about the John Hughes movie, Pushing Forward. Jason and I will be there as the AmCan Connection, and I think I'm going to film a little bit more. I am hoping that I can perhaps turn it into a full episode. It's doubtful. It could just be a long segment, but we're going to do that. In addition to that, before that, this week upcoming from Tuesday the 14th to Friday the 17th, the girlfriend and I are taking a road trip to a undisclosed location, meaning I forgot where the hell we're going. It is 3 hours away. We will have hotel and motel stops along the way. We're going thrifting and we're seeing sights and attractions. And I'm not entirely sure how much filming I will be able to do, if you know what I'm saying, but I will try to do more of a Earl Rowe type presentation. I know you guys enjoyed my camping trip and all the sights and sounds you saw at Earl Rowe, okay? Are we talking unprotected thermostats? Are we talking dumpsters? Guys, a 3-day road trip could bring some fine clips. We're gonna see how that goes. I haven't exactly ran it by the girlfriend yet, if you know what I'm saying, but look for that with the Frightmare in the Falls. The 3-day trip comes before Frightmare in the Falls, so we're gonna hype up the 3-day road trip with the girlfriend, who will appear probably 0 times on camera. That should be a hoot, guys. Let's bring it in. Let's stop talking. Let's let everyone relax, because I've said enough, guys. I've said enough. I thank you. Lester thanks you. We'll see y'all next week, but first, the pepperettes are a firm $12. There is no haggling. The pepperettes seinen steifig $12 ein Aufdinger.
A recognized symbol of excellence in
dramatic comedy.
Real bad man.